Hi everyone, my name is Ravi Krishna Janyavala and welcome to my channel Ravi Tech Talks. Please do like and subscribe to get notifications. So let us get started with our course Microsoft Azure IoT. So today we will have a look at how to configure Azure IoT Hub so that a device can upload files to the Azure cloud using Azure IoT Hub. So previously we have seen that we can send messages from the IoT devices to Azure IoT Hub. So it might also be necessary for us to send files like video files, audio files, image files, or any sort of binary data. So let us say if a device is storing a lot of data in the offline and a CSV format or a JSON format, and if it when it connects to the internet, it wants to send those, upload those files periodically to the Azure cloud via the Azure IoT Hub. So it can do that. So let us see how we can configure that. So basically to configure that, we need Azure storage account, because whatever files which are going to be uploaded from the device level, they will be getting stored in the blob storage containers, the Azure storage. Okay. So our IoT hub will act as a broker in between, which will pull the data and store it in the Azure storage. So following are the configuration steps. In order to upload files to blob storage, a sequence of steps need to be performed. First, the device must be connected to the IoT hub using the device client and the connection string using any of the authentication methods which is selected. Next, the device need to send a HTTP post request to upload the file. So to upload the file, it need to know the file URL to which it need to send the file to, right? So it need to make a post request to get the file upload URI. So the URI basically consists of IoT hub name, the device ID, and the blob name, and the container name to which it will be uploading the file to. So to get that particular URI, it need to call a method called as get file upload SAS URI async. Since we are using a SAS token, so the URI will come with a SAS token. Okay, and once we get that particular SAS URI, using that URI, we will be able to upload the file. And then after the file is uploaded, we can get the completion notification or the failure notification. We'll get the correlation ID. So as the file size is big and all, it will give us a correlation ID with which we will be able to know the particular status of the file upload. Because let us say there are 10 file uploads which are going on, so you need to know a particular status of a particular file, right? So the correlation ID will be linked to the file name which you are trying to upload. So using the correlation ID, you will be able to determine whether which file has failed and which file has successfully got uploaded. Okay, so we can even get notifications, whatever notifications we are getting here, right, for completion or failure. So we can route this notification to the IoT hub, and that notifications from the IoT hub we can route to any particular location, and that can be used to trigger any other Azure services like Stream Analytics or ADF or anything like that to process the files which are already uploaded. Okay. So let us go to a demo and see a demo. So let me first show you an Azure portal. So what all configurations we will be doing. So this is the Azure IoT Hub. So in the Azure IoT Hub, you need to go to file upload in the messaging. Here you can see Azure storage container. So let me just create a new container. Let's just say is it storage IoT. I will just leave it at general purpose, standard, low redundancy, and okay. And I'll select South India because our IoT hub is in South India. So that let me see. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So now that the storage account is created, you can click on the storage account, and inside the storage account, you can create a container. So let me just say, is it 220 file upload, and say create. So here the container is created. Now I have selected the container. So whatever files which are going to be uploaded from the device level, they will be stored in the storage account and in this specific container. And if you want to enable the notifications like failure or success or anything like that, you can enable it here. As of now, let me leave it at default. And the SAS TTL. So as I mentioned previously, like to upload the file, first we will be calling an HTTP. We will be calling a method to retrieve the upload URI, right? Which will give us an URL with a SAS token. So that you to that URL we will be uploading the file. So to know that URL, we will be calling a get file upload SAS URI async method. Okay, so after getting that URL, what will be the lifetime of that URL availability? Okay, so that lifetime will be 1 hour. So within that 1 hour, you will be able to upload the file. If that gets expired, you need to again call the method to get a new file upload URL or the URI, so that to that link you can upload the file. Okay, and what is the default TTL? So whenever we are enabling the notifications, we'll be getting a failure or success such sort of notifications, right? Those notifications, how much long do we want to hold? So we want to hold for 1 hour, and let us say the notifications are failing, whether it is successful or failure, the upload is successful or failure, that sort of notifications are not getting delivered. The number of times it will try to deliver such notifications, it is set to 10. Okay, and the authentication type for file upload endpoint, I am as of now I am just keeping it as key based. Okay, I'm saving this. Now that the file upload configuration is saved successfully, let me just go to IoT devices and select any of the existing device and take the prime connection string from here. Better to take the primary connection string. So from this device, we'll be uploading the file. So that's the reason why we are collecting this primary collection string. Just let me open an sample project. So since to demonstrate it to you, I have created a demo application which will be similar to an actual device. So this will be the code which will be running on the device. So what I have done is like I have created a device client. Okay, just like our previous demo, we will be entering the connection string for this particular device. So after getting the connection string for this particular device, it will connect to the IoT hub, and it will try to push a test file called as test.csv. Okay, so as you can see here, I was telling you previously, like when it is trying to upload a file, it need to know the place, the URL to the Azure storage location where it need to upload, right? So to get that location, it will make a call to get file upload SAS URI async. Okay, so after it gets the URL, it will upload the file. Okay, so after uploading the file, it can send the notification whether it is uploaded successfully or not. Okay, so this is our sample program. Just let me run it. Now that our program is running, it is asking us for a device connection string. Just let me paste the device connection string. So as you can see, it connected to the IoT hub, and after connecting to the IoT hub, it has started uploading the test.csv. It retrieved the SAS URI. Okay, so it has called that method, and it has retrieved the URL to which the file need to be uploaded. So the URL will have the blob location and the container what we have created, and inside the container it has created the folder with the device name, and then inside that it has uploaded the file. Okay, you can see that upload file to blob storage, and it has uploaded successfully. Okay, let us go to the Azure portal to verify that. So if I go to the storage location, containers, this is the container what we have created. So this is the device. Yeah, we got the file here. Yeah. So the file has some test data. So as you can see, this is how we can configure the Azure IoT Hub to upload files from the devices. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any queries regarding how to configure the Azure IoT Hub for file upload from the device level. Have a nice day.